Hello, and welcome to my Servant Leadership Field Engagement Report. This presentation is going to summarize my servant leadership field engagement for navigating in a diverse society. Okay, so my activity that I was involved in was an end of the year classroom and school cleanup. This is where we kind of did some routine housekeeping, especially since some of our teachers were not coming back. So we took the opportunity to kind of just go through some things so that we can start our next school year with a fresh slate. My role in this organization was basically to organize classroom materials, and I sorted supplies, especially in the science department. And we also prepared the classroom furniture and our collaboration areas for future use. Like I kind of already touched on, the purpose of this activity was to support a positive learning environment and contribute to the overall success of our school's community. Along with that, I also viewed it as an opportunity to practice stewardship and service in a real world setting and just, like I said, contribute to our school's success in the future. So, in this experience, I focused on applying servant leadership principles like stewardship, humility, and responsibility. Those were the three things that were on my mind the most when we had this cleanup day. And so, stewardship was really important because I was caring for things that did not belong to me. I did not buy them, I did not pay for them. And so just really being mindful and intentional of how I stored things, how I went through things, especially also with teachers who aren't returning and the things that they left behind. I was helping care for resources that will impact future students and teachers. And so I just really wanted to be intentional with that. Similarly, I was able to practice humility because we just did it without pay or recognition because it needed to be done and it would help multiple people in the future. And also responsibility. So just having, the adult mindset of paying attention to things and doing it the right way, even though it's not technically part of my job, just following through and getting done what we set out to do. Some ways that this activity connected to our course was through servant leadership, ethical leadership, and cultural intelligence. So it emphasizes serving others without needing recognition. Like I said, we didn't get any pay or any shout out. We just did it because it needed to be done. It also connects to ethical leadership because it involves doing what benefits others, even in small behind the scenes tasks. And also it relates to cultural intelligence because classrooms serve students from all kinds of backgrounds and abilities, and when we have prepared spaces for students to meet every need, then we are being culturally intelligent. And so just some final takeaways that I also talk about in my written reflection is that leadership, it doesn't always have to be very visible and formal. It's often the most meaningful when it's small tasks and acts of service. It reinforced my commitment to leading with humility and service and awareness of others' needs. And that, the third takeaway, leadership is supporting other people. It's not necessarily like being in charge. It's being the voice and the support and the backbone for the people who are doing the work every day. So that was my presentation. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you so much for a great class. And I hope everybody has a great summer break.